I just didn't find out, at 41.
Mhm.
I've been knowing since my early 20s. So I've never just really stood for the anthem.
Mhm.
At my programs that we have in my organization, we sing the black anthem. So
Mhm.
that's just my take on it. I was educated in my home about Black America, so I know that there are a lot of prejudices here
Mhm.
in America, and so as a people, we're behind, and
Mhm. That's why I said that word awakening.
yeah,
A lot of us are
we
awakening,
yeah
waking up.
we are behind, and I just really think as a people, because now we can see back in the day. So we wasn't born in slavery. We
Mhm.
wasn't born in those years, so we really don't understand that culture
Yes.
back
Yes.
then. But now
Exactly.
we can see it.
Mhm.
We don't see it to that extent, but we do see it in our own little
In
era.
our own
And
ways.
so you can now take a stand and say that, hey, America is divided. Hey, we still live in a situation where there's prejudices, and it's there's no equal rights. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? So
So is this song still is it dividing us?
I don't think that it's dividing us.
Okay.
I think that it is awakening us, and I
Mhm.
think that now we are wanting to be educated. We are wanting to research. We're wanting to know, our real history. I
Mhm.
talk to people every day, and I know some people who have gone back into the community college and has taken a history class.
Mm.
You know,
Mhm.
as adults. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Just
Because
trying to get educated.
just trying to
Mhm.
get educated, because it can be frustrating.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I just think that we should empower ourselves. All the organizations need to just do their part so we can empower and inspire our community to know
So do
what's
you
going on.
think so? Since all the things that's been happening in the news and in the media so far, this is what's getting us to the point where we're fed up, and now
Mhm.
everybody wants to educate themselves,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So what's next? I mean, because a lot of us are still not educating ourselves, and we're
Yeah.
just kind of there and going with the flow.
Right.
So again, is this something that's going to stick? Or is it something? Is it going to become a part of our lives now? Like you were saying, you were
Culture.
our
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
You were taught in your home
Mhm.
to about your history and to appreciate it and accept it for what it is.
Right.
But a lot of people was not taught these things in their home,
Right.
and now it's becoming like a okay, now everybody jump on the bandwagon. Does it make sense?
Right. Whatever it's going to take. If it's
Mhm.
going to take everybody jumping on the bandwagon, and when you're on the bandwagon, you're going to learn something.
Mhm.
So I think the people who are steering the bandwagon
The
need
most
to
influential
get,
people.
yeah, you need to get as many people on, and when you get them,
Mhm.
when you can engage them, then you need to educate them. So
Mhm.
that's kind of like what I do on an everyday basis. If you
Gotcha.
sit there and talk to me, you're going to talk about something. I don't
Exactly.
talk about just anything. So just to even be in my circle, I'm just always talking about, being inspired, living in your true self, living in authenticity, so,
And that is that's so powerful what you're saying, because there's so many of us that are hiding behind this mask,
mm,
and then there's so many of us that don't even know that the problem are the ones who are in denial, that don't
yeah,
even realize.
right,
Like I was talking to a cousin of mine last night, and we were talking about something I want to touch on a little later about our kids.
mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of them, in quote unquote, don't even know they're black in a sense, because with the way we're bringing them up and raising
Right,
them and so forth, and that's a big issue,
it is. They're
and
brown.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And so, with that being said, you said that's what you talk about. The people who are in your circle, the people you associate with, you're going to be in a position to empower and to educate people.
Right.
So, what are some ways for some people who are um, well, you said some people went back. Some people went back to school for history classes. But what are
Mm-hmm.
some things that you can offer our listeners advice on trying to learn more? Because another thing that I want to talk about is more. A lot of people feel like we're learning all these things now,
Yeah.
and they don't know what to believe.
Right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
you just believe your gut. Your gut never misguides you. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so, what I tell people is, and really, I'm not going to even talk to the people. I'm going to talk to are influencers. Like you are an influencer. You know, people that have radio shows, people that own entrepreneurs, people that own their own businesses. We reach people in masses, you know, because we have a business. So really, I believe that every African American entrepreneur that has a platform should attach themselves to some type of cause.
Gotcha.
Where when you have your customers come, there's also something that you can empower and educate them on.
Exactly.
And
that's the extra they get.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's the way we're going to reach each other. That's the only way. It's going to take really authentic unity. You know what I mean? And so if that's not happening.
But see, that's what's missing in my opinion. And I'm glad you brought that up about entrepreneurship and us being influential people. But a problem that I'm seeing, and it's consistently being a problem, and it's our own community not supporting each other.
Yeah.
And so when you are an influencer and you have this role model position, and you still can't get people to support you and back you in what you're trying to do so you can touch the masses, then what? We're still going back in time, in my opinion.
It don't have to be about the masses. It can just be about 2 or 3. You know, they said it in the Bible, right? When 2 or 3 come together, 3 or 4 or 5, whatever it say. Y'all know what it say. But it's really not about the Oprah magnitude or the Beyonce magnitude. Can you even imagine if they just used their voices, how much of an influence, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we the little peons. We here in our community. So, I mean, I have about 12 strong families that's in my circle. And then what we do as a group, then they do in their families, and it just it keeps expanding out. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to be in numbers of hundreds. It could just be few, and everybody do their part, because you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, and I'm with that. I'm with that as well. Because and the thing is, but my biggest issue is people starting something. I'm not a trendy person. I'm that person that strays away from anything that seems trendy. Like you said earlier, if you're standing up or against the national anthem because this is what you truly believe and you believe this is your truth, that's one thing. But if you're just doing it because now that's the trending thing to do, this is a new thing to do, to jump on this whole Black Lives Matter movement and so forth, and that's not the right cause. That's my issue that I have. I hate that people, like those people, and hate is a very strong word, but I dislike those type of people that want to just get on whatever is just the next new hype.
Right.
And so, and you continue to go back into this cycle, and you know, it's always something that we're jumping on, and so that's where I have an issue with. If you're listening and you want to join the conversation, please feel free to come join us at 972-891-8864. Again, 972-891-8864. And if you're not already there and you want to catch us live, catch us on Facebook at Bridget Core. So we're just talking pretty much about us as a community and the whole Black Lives Matter movement and the fact of the whole national anthem. So you said personally you don't have an issue with it. You studied enough to know where you stand in this whole movement.
Yeah, I know my truth. So because I know that my whole life is ordered in that direction, and I just
so when you say you know the truth, what is the truth?
The truth is that, you know, we were all put here really to reach our highest self. So whatever you feel your highest self is, that's how you should be living. And I think if we live accordingly to that, then we all give love and compassion. So, but when you don't know who you are, if you're still searching for your purpose and all that type of stuff, then, you know, you are filled with hate and confusion and frustration. But when you can just work on yourself, because that's where it starts. That's where it begins. You know, that's what I teach my girls. It's not about mama and daddy and husband and even your kids. It's yourself. If you're a strong woman, you'll raise strong kids. If you're a strong man, you'll raise strong kids. And if you are a strong individual, then your path will be positive and enlightening. You know, so I think that's my truth. My truth is I work on who I am. So the more love that I have for myself, the more love that I can give.
Exactly.
So it's not really
That's
even
good.
about a black and